Welcome in to Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. So glad to have you with us. Coming up on today's show, we will be discussing the possibility of Jordan Love being traded to the Seahawks, as suggested by Fox Sports Radio's Colin Cowherd. We'll dive all into that and more in just a few moments from right now. Before we do, a big shout out to the 12s. You guys helped us reach 32,000 subscribers here on Seahawks Today. Another milestone accomplished. Just seems like yesterday we were taking down a Gatorade bath for 30,000 subs. But you guys delivered once again, and we're not stopping around here. We're only taking this thing up a whole nother notch here on the channel. Join us for our watch party coming up on Thursday night for the Seahawks and the 49ers. We do our live shows. We do our watch parties for every game day. This is the place to be. So here's the deal. I want to keep on growing. I think today's video we can gain 50 more subs. Can you guys deliver? Can you do that? Once you subscribed, or if you're already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and type me in the comments section and let me know. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. We begin today discussing Jordan Love, the much talked about backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, and what does his future hold? Well, Fox Sports' Colin Cowherd has suggested the idea of Seattle bringing in Jordan Love to command the Seahawks offense next year and beyond. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, Geno's had a pretty good year, although he is coming off his worst game of the year yesterday. Is it really time to make a change and look towards next year? Well, let's hear what Colin Cowherd had to say. Let me throw a team at you. They have a 70-year-old head coach who may have no interest at all, even though he'll have the pick to get it, to rolling the dice with a college kid that's 22, Pete Carroll. The Seahawks have 2 firsts and 2 seconds. Geno Smith is good enough to get them to the playoffs now. That's a lot of picks. They have a ton of picks and draft capital. And Pete Carroll says, I'm going to take the Georgia interior D lineman first. It's their biggest weakness. I'm going to get another edge rusher. Top of the second, they go get a center. Another, in my opinion, weakness. It's a good center draft. 3 really good ones, second round, and then the second pick in the second round. What do they have for a need? Nothing really. You can add a receiver, but college football gives us 20, 25 receivers a year. Give up your second-round pick to get Jordan Love. 3 years under Aaron Rodgers, 3 years NFL practice, roll the dice on him. So what if you miss? You hit on such a home run on Russell Wilson. You hit on such a home run in the draft last year. Good God, their first 6 picks are all great. Not good, they're great. That's 6 for 6. They got 2 starting corners. Jordan Love in Seattle is perfect. You think Pete Carroll at 70 wants to roll the dice on tiny Bryce Young? I don't think C.J. Stroud is going to be a great pro. Will Levis is a mess, though he's talented, but he's a project. Pete Carroll is out of the project business. So, interesting take from Cowherd there to say that he believes that Jordan Love would be a good fit in Seattle and that Pete Carroll does not want to go through this again with a young quarterback. What say you, though? Here's your turn to make the call. If you could trade for Jordan Love next year, would you do it? Let me know in the comments section. Type HY for hell yes. If not, type HN for hell no. Let me know what you're thinking. HY for hell yes, HN for hell no. Now, I like Colin's draft plan, okay? Let me start out with that. When it comes to the idea of drafting some defensive players and finding a center and taking care of those needs, that all sounds good to me. But I don't necessarily like the idea of Jordan Love. I'm skeptical about Jordan Love. And I'm not saying that you have to even draft a quarterback in next year's draft. That I'm with Colin on. But I've seen enough from Geno Smith at this point where I would say, yeah, bring him back next year. And you don't necessarily have to give up draft capital for a guy like Jordan Love. I have my questions about Jordan Love with what we've seen at this point in time. It's been 3 years now, okay? And Green Bay has not put a lot of trust into Jordan Love at this point. It's been all about Aaron Rodgers. And I'll dive into more of that in just a second and kind of explain to you why I'm more skeptical on Jordan Love. But if you agree with Colin, here's what I want you to do. Like today's video. If you disagree with Colin on his whole take there of the Jordan Love idea as well as the draft situation and all that, spam Cal Turd in the comments section. That's what I need you to do for me today. If you agree with Colin, go ahead and like today's video. If you disagree with Colin, type Cal Turd in the comments section below. Let me know how you're feeling on Colin's take there. Disagree with him, type type Cal Turd, agree with him, like today's video. Today's show is brought to you by Fetch. Fetch is a super easy to use and free app that lets you earn rewards on anything you buy. Scan any physical receipt or e-receipt and you'll earn points for your purchases. And the process only takes seconds. You don't have to worry about where the receipt is from or what's on it, so let me show you how simple it is. All you have to do is open up the Fetch app, press the orange camera button, and snap a photo of your receipt, then hit submit, and you'll see the confetti pop showing that you've hit your earned rewards. It's a simple process. You can also click the e-receipt function to get rewarded on your Amazon purchases or other online shopping by syncing your email account. You can then redeem those points for gift cards at Amazon, Starbucks, or any of the hundreds of retailers and restaurants available. Fetch is available on iPhone and Android. Use our link, chatsports.com/fetch, and enter the promo code chat and sign up for 5,000 points when you scan your first receipt. That's the equivalent of a free $5 gift card to get started. It's a free app, and the 5,000 bonus points is only for a limited time. So get started now, chatsports.com/fetch, and enter the promo code chat. The link is also in the comments and the description of today's video. All right, so to add to all of this, besides just the idea of looking at Jordan Love being a fit for Seattle or not, all of this comes on the heels of a report that just came out a couple days ago from a local insider covering the Green Bay Packers. That'd be Jason Wild of ESPN Milwaukee, who said that based on his indications, his reporting, that Jordan Love likely wants out of Green Bay if he is going to sit behind Aaron Rodgers again next season, and that would be his fourth year doing so. Here is what Jason Wild had to say. I had a really great conversation with Jordan on Friday afternoon. I think very clearly, even though he wouldn't flat out say it, he does not want to sit for another year. So if we get to year 4 and Rodgers does come back, I'm fairly confident that he will seek a trade. Now, the sample size on Jordan Love, this is what essentially we would be looking at as far as what the Seahawks and others are evaluating on Jordan Love. We've seen him in about 3 games play significant time. This year against Philadelphia, he was 6 of 9, nice, 113 yards and a touchdown. And then he played in the regular season finale last year against Detroit, going 10 of 17, 134 yards, did throw 2 interceptions in that game. And then his one start was when Aaron Rodgers, everybody remembers when he got COVID and all that went on there, started in place of Aaron, and Jordan Love's family was up in the top section of Arrowhead that day, and wasn't that great either. 19 of 34, 190 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception there. So with that, it is a small sample size. If the Packers continue on losing and find themselves outside of the playoff picture and are eliminated, like I think we all expect, I would think that sample size is going to become bigger, because I think Green Bay wants to see what they really have in Jordan Love, whether they want him to be a part of their future or try to showcase him for a trade of some sorts. I think that we're going to know more about Jordan Love here in the next several weeks. Now, I wasn't high on him coming out of college. I'll be honest. When he was a first-round pick out of Utah State, I didn't like the idea, not just for Green Bay, but really anybody drafting Jordan Love in the first round, that he seemed very raw at that point coming out of Utah State. And that's why it was a situation where Green Bay, or anybody for that matter, whoever was going to take him, he was going to have to sit and learn the scheme. Now, 3 years in, he's had plenty of time to sit. The Packers have seen him every day, okay? And as a first-round talent, and you guys have seen how quickly we go through quarterbacks in this league. I mean, think about the Jets, how fast they went through the Zach Wilson experience. And Zach Wilson was drafted after Jordan Love, a year after Jordan Love, okay? They've seen him every day, and they've kept Aaron Rodgers. Through all of what's gone on in that Green Bay organization, with the back and forth and everything that Aaron said, and wanting out and all of that, they bent the knee and did everything they can to keep Aaron Rodgers. And I know what you're thinking, well, Aaron played at MVP level the past few years. Absolutely he did. But the fact that they went to that extent to keep Aaron when he did not want to be there tells me that they have some skepticism when it comes to Jordan Love of what they've seen if they've gone to the lengths they've had to keep Aaron Rodgers throughout all this. To me, that's not a good sign for Jordan Love of what he brings to the table from the organization that's seen him the more than anybody else. Now, Seattle very well could add a quarterback this offseason. I think Geno's your guy next year, but whether it's a guy, a project to sit behind Geno Smith or drafting somebody, I'm not opposed to the idea of bringing in a quarterback. But the idea of Jordan Love, that doesn't get my juice flowing. I'm not necessarily excited about that. True or false, Seattle needs to add a quarterback this offseason. Is there a need there? You tell me. Type T for true, type F for false. Be honest with me if you think there is a need to add a quarterback this offseason. As always, you can interact with me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Tyler Jones Live, and I'll see you next time here on Seahawks Today.